Chapter 10. Back at the site of the superweapon, the inhabitants of the Harvey costume had fumbled their way into the operation room. "We're in!" Leonard told the others. Then, after looking around, he added, "Oh my goodness gravy." The interior of the superweapon was gigantic. There were hundreds of buttons, screens, and knobs everywhere. Each one seemed to have its own Eagle Guard. "What? Out to sea?" Chuck whined from Harvey's feet. Chuck pushed his way up through the costume, desperate to see what Leonard was looking at through the face hole. He didn't realize it, but part of the costume had become trapped when the door closed behind them. Chuck and Leonard were too busy looking at something else. The Eagle Guard with the great abs was showing an unconscious Red and a very angry Silver to Debbie. "They got my sister in Red!" Chuck gasped. "We've got to go!" "But the mission!" Leonard pleaded. Chuck slid back down to Harvey's foot pedal. He was ready for action. "That's my sister, mister, and I'm going to save her!" Chuck pedaled furiously, but the costume was still stuck in the door. Unbeknownst to them, Chuck pedaled harder, but it only made matters worse. In seconds, the costume tore apart and the entire Harvey team spilled out onto the floor, completely exposed. They froze when they saw who was in front of them. Eagle Guards Carl and Jerry. "Hey, Jerry?" "Hey," Jerry wondered on edge. "Did you just hear fabric ripping?" The Harvey team gulped. "No," Carl said matter-of-factly. The group let out a deep sigh of relief as they quietly picked themselves up off the ground. Leonard turned to Chuck and Bomb, eager to give out orders. "Quick, go save Red and Silver. We'll take care of the superweapon." The group split up, ready to take on the worst. Deep in Zeta's lair, Red finally woke up. Groggy and disoriented, Red looked at his wing, which felt oddly stiff. It was frozen to something. A cup holder? He looked around, seeing that all of his limbs were frozen inside the cup holders of a pool raft. Red struggled, trying to free himself, but it was no use. Now that he was fully awake, Red could see that he was trapped in Zeta's frozen swimming pool, and Silver was trapped with him. "What happened?" he asked Silver. "Oh, let me see," Silver quipped. "Well, we got captured and trapped in ice on top of giant pool toys. Good job." "No, it's okay, I have an idea." "Not right now," Red said instinctively. Come on, Red." Come on, Red," he said to himself. "You can fix this. Like when you had us jump into a volcano without any ropes and just shimmy on in there." Silver smirked. "Okay, that was too far. I'm not listening to you anymore. Red, you need to listen to your team," Silver objected. "Look, Silver, I just thought that maybe I could—" "Stop me," an evil voice interrupted. Zeta had been watching them the whole time. She sipped from a tropical drink while she lounged at her personal tiki bar. "You lovebirds just thought y'all could sail over here and stop me?" Zeta scoffed as she approached Silver and Red. Both Red and Silver pulled faces. Whoa, you got it all wrong," Red insisted. "Lovebirds?" Silver added. No, I think maybe you are confusing us." "Shush!" Zeta broke in. "Hush up right now." So typical. Top A male paired with a strong female. And you just can't stand it, can you? Zeta squawked as she hovered over Red. "Let me guess. You prefer to fly solo." "I can't really fly, but Zeta wasn't listening to Red. I have to save everybody all by myself, just like a man. She mocked him as she grabbed a pool floaty and throttled it. Ooh, ouch, that's kind of true, Silver agreed. Maybe she was a bit clingy at times. Maybe a teensy bit aggressive. Zeta choked the floaty so hard it popped. Maybe she gave you that engagement ring a little prematurely? I don't think she's talking about us anymore. Silver told Red. I think she's talking about Mighty. Zeta curled her talons over Silver's mouth to keep her from speaking. Shut it down. Shut it down. Hey, you can't do that, Red objected. He was realizing that Zeta had still not forgiven Mighty Eagle and that she might never. Zeta rolled her eyes as she covered Red's mouth with her foot. Let's just see where your heroic antics have gotten you so far, Zeta said, pointing to a giant TV screen. Debbie! Debbie riffled through a pile of remote controls on an ice block side table. She said, unsure as she started to randomly press the buttons. Back in the layer, Debbie managed to hit a button that turned on the TV. That turned the TV on a static screen. Zeta finally stepped in, taking control of the remote controls. Red button! Press the red button! She growled. With one click of the remote, the TV showed a live stream from deep within the superweapon. Red and Silver watched in terror as it revealed Chuck and Bomb. They had been captured and were now trapped in a cage that was being slowly lowered into a lava pit. No! Silver screamed. Chuck? Bomb? Let them go, you monster! Red demanded. Your little friends are about to be burned up by lava, Zeta said, clearly savoring the moment. She clicked another button on a remote that changed the TV screen into an image of Piggy and Bird Islands. At the top of the screen was a countdown clock, which read 9 minutes and 46 seconds. And when this countdown reaches 0, boom! Your islands are going down! Those islands are filled with innocent birds and pigs! Red couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe someone, a bird no less, could be so cold-hearted. Even if she did live on an island that was basically one giant refrigerator. Not for long, Zeta trilled as she strolled over her balcony. Sorry, not sorry. She laughed. I'm truly not sorry. But I said it, and when it came out, it just sounded so funny. With that, she flew over the balcony's edge. Debbie tried to follow her, but instead fell over the edge, letting out a scream. Red and Silver shared a devastated look. They were frozen, literally watching the countdown to their friend's demise.